Hey YouTube, it's your boy Mizuki back with another video, and as you guys already know, Peroxide just recently released a new schrift / vollstading that's been so long awaited for, and of course, with that, there's been a lot of hype revolving around this new ability. Of course, with the recent hype, basically everyone oversaw how dog this vollstanding is, and in today's video, I'll be telling you just that. Yes guys, I've done a whole vollstanding video where I ranked shrifts, vollstandings, go check it out. After breaking down this newly released vollstanding, I'll be ranking it in my already created schrift / vollstanding tier list. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Now for those of you who know almost nothing about this new vollstanding, like me a couple days ago, let's just go over the basics. Obviously, Vermin is a bug type vollstanding, hence the name. It's a strength build vollstanding, so those of y'all with a strength build, voila. It's also a rare vollstanding / schrift that basically contains 4 moves, 3 normal and 1 ultimate. But with that in mind, let's start with the passives. While in vollstanding, executing a body will heal you for 30% of your health. So say you're at 50% of your health, killing your opponent and executing him will give you around 80% to 75 to 80. Pretty good. Now the first move we got is called Black Pestilence. Summon forth a swarm of bugs that chase the nearest enemy you're facing. This move scales to strength. What it basically does is it sends a cloud of bugs at your opponent, lifting them and basically dicing them in the air, and pushing them away at the end. The second move is called Hornet Drill. Leap into the air and fire 3 hornet stingers downward, falling with a soft stomp. This move of course scales to strength. And I don't know if I told y'all, but if y'all are like a strength build, this is a perfect vollstanding / schrift. Well, not perfect, which we'll get into later. But this is strength build vollstanding / schrift, so yeah. This move basically makes you jump in the air and crash down, dealing damage to your opponent. Now our third move on this list is called Hookshot. Hookshot, what it basically does is create a black hook from your palm and fire it towards your enemies. What it does is it pulls your enemies towards you, and this move scales to strength. This move is good for combo extending as it leads your opponent to you, creating a window for a nice combo extension. Last but not least, upon activation of the vollstanding, you get a 4th move. The 4th move is called Plague Bringer. Lunge forward and impale your enemy. The impaled enemy is infected with a fast spreading plague that lingers on enemies who stand near anyone who holds the plague. This move scales to strength. And to add on, Vermin also has a custom counter and an M2 upon vollstanding activation. Pretty cool. And despite all the cool abilities such as a custom M2 and a counter, when you really break down the ability, you'll understand why it's pointless. Number 1, the first 2 moves of the schrift are very close range orientated. I mean, the first move, Black Pestilence, takes like 5 seconds to reach your opponent, so unless you've stunned your opponent or like breathing in his face, good luck landing it. To add on, upon impact, the move launches your opponent away, so it's solely a combo ender, decreasing its value in my eyes. The second move, Hornet Drill, is also only available if your opponent is stunned or you're breathing in his face. Since the move isn't like an instant, it isn't like an instant attack, and it takes time for you to rise, to fall down, yada yada yada. To add on, it's limited range, so once you rise, your opponent better be in the area. Since you can't chase him with your move, it's short and has limited range, and at the end launches your opponent, so it's not the best. Move 3 of the Vermin, the Hookshot, it's actually hella fast, brings your opponent to you and stuns him, allowing for a nice combo extension. In my opinion, this is probably one of the better moves of this vollstanding, since it's a nice opportunity for a combo extending, and I'm very big on combo extending. The ultimate is also pretty ass since it's blockable, but if you do manage to get your opponent with it, it's alright since it leaves your opponent with quote unquote a plague on them. See, now again, if you've played the Vermin Voltstanding, you'll know that despite the nice damage and effects the schrift and vollstanding do on your opponent, this vollstanding requires you to get really close to your opponent, has a long startup time, very small attack range, and half the moves are blockable, making you sometimes question, why am I using this over Apocalypse that has a nice range, nice move set, and isn't a gamble once used. But with the pros and cons of those moves out of the way, I'd probably still place at a low A on the vollstanding tier list, a little below Apocalypse, still pretty high up though, since again, if the moves are landed, it takes its toll. On that note, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, this isn't just pointless yapping. I've done my talking to the players who use this vollstanding, done my research, played ranked using it, and this vollstanding, like all the others, has its pros and cons. But again, I hope this video helped all y'all future Vermin players. Aside from that, like, sub, all the proper things, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.